The Cat by Alison Pennington. A Derbyshire cat lay alone on a mat in a spot by an old farmhouse door, and the night time came down on the quaint distant town, and the wind-swept and wild Beely Moor. He watched shadows creep down from the woodlands around, but the fur on his back stood up still when a noise so relentless, pulsating and endless, resounded around the dark hills. Humans seemed to ignore it, but Cat's poor mind bore it. How long would this torture remain? Repeating and screeching, extensively reaching far into his petrified brain. "What's that?" said the cat, hiding under the mat, as two eyes then peered in from the trees, and a wailing so stark cried out through the dark, causing all of his being to freeze. "And that?" said the cat, now rolled up in the mat, as the whitest of lights flickered on, and a desperate cry came from something nearby, left its echo, and then it was gone. From there, the cat heard low phonations like words as they muttered on deep in the night, with rise and fall sounds permeating around, thus increasing his panic and fright. So that petrified cat then abandoned the mat, and in terror then ran through the door, as some ghosts in the dark flew the length of the park and shook that old cat to his core. It's hard for a creature who has extra features and knows the world sensorily. The human world jangles, his senses entangled. This world is a tough place to be. He ran to stand wood, where the oak trees have stood throughout hundreds of seasons of yore, where the owl hoots the night, and the ghost moon shines bright, midst a quiet, understandable lore. The night, crisp and vibrant, the air still and silent, suspended and hanging in time, where the river continues its course ever onwards in the natural rhythm and rhyme. The cat could then breathe as he lay underneath the arms of a comforting tree, and felt there the fire of Earth Goddess Gaia, the place where we all need to be. 'Mongst the Derbyshire hills, through the wild daffodils, by the Derwent he followed its course, and he felt the spring snow through the dark wild wind blow, back in tune with the diurnal force. And the only light seen were the stars and moonbeams, no pollution by car fumes or lights, where the wind through the grass softly swayed as he passed, as he journeyed to dawn through the night. Saw the dandelions, small mini sunshines, which dropped to the earth where enchantment was strong. He was soothed by the wind, as it whispered through firs, back in tune with the place he belonged, where his Derbyshire hills could envelop him still, feel their constancy, comfort, old time. And in his retreat was their steady heartbeat, which brought all of the world back in line. In these natural trails, o'er the moors, woods and dales, through the days that cat frolicked and ran, away from the fear and the blood, sweat and tears, and away from the meddling of man. Though to us, the pulsating he heard in the night was merely another alarm, which humans, so used to by now, don't attend to, just absorb its imploding harm. And the eyes through the trees would quite likely have been traffic lights on our modern roadways, as we rush down the road and we rush to our work, and we rush to the end of our days. The wail in the night, which had caused such a fright, for us too is now easily explained. 'Cause that sound in the night was a human in plight, with a mind torn from stresses and strains. The flickering light, just a sodium strip, as it burned through the dark without cease, as arguments spun and new deals were done, unending without a release. And the phonations uttered throughout the night muttered, the voices of humans who work, keeping on without sleep for the money they need, so fatigued their minds broken, inert. While the ghosts in the sky, part of life for you and I, just the light of more planes going through, still they leave a sad trail there in each vapour trail, for our own kids and their children too. The rise and fall sounds, just an ambulance siren, reflections of life on the edge. Come on now, this county, this country, admit, there's a lot here we still need to dredge. As each man-made mess is a new cause of stress, a new one to add to our line. More challenge, more tests, just like all of the rest of our overload most of the time. So the world's contradiction is in its addiction to money and status and greed. Our heads call it progress, but I just see less till we find better ways to meet need. I know times move on and old days are gone, but some values of old should remain, like caring and honour, a hand to a brother. What we give out comes back round again. Firm up regulation out here in the country for burning and fires which abound. The plastics, the cut-offs, discreetly disposed of. Pollution feels worse than in towns. Let's have more open spaces, more grace for the locals. Stop second homes breaking communities. More politeness around, in car, village, town. Together make new opportunities. And find some new ways to help locals stay in the place where they really belong. Bring ease back to Derbyshire wherever we can. Slow down, breathe now, lest it's gone.